Hey. Hey. Wake up. Wake up. Yes. Hurry. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? Of course you're not gonna answer. Welcome to my basement. Yes, I know, it looks a little jank, you know, everything. You know, I really don't care about my basement. It's cold as freaking here. And look. That's not the point, okay? I sent you here for a very important thing. Look, you know what today is, right? Don't joke with me. You know what today is. It's Weird, Wacky Wednesdays. And you know that's a traditional day for everybody to hang around. Can you shut the freak up? Sorry, my phone went off. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, my phone, just, important messages. As I was saying, it's a traditional day for everybody to freaking gather around and watch horror videos. But I'm a little busy right now, and I need you to freaking host Weird Wacky Wednesdays for today. Because I need to go get some stuff done. And while I'm doing that, I need you to do what you need to do. Mess up. Look, y'all got a knife in me. I'll slice this. I swear to goodness, man. But yes, that's what I want you to do. Host Weird Wacky Wednesdays. And you can go home free. Maybe. Now I'm gonna go take care of some errands. And you need to do what you need to do, alright? Alright. Go back to sleep. I'll put you back where you need to be. The freak? Okay. Why am I wearing his shirt? I don't understand. I guess I gotta do this. I don't know how hard. Oh, whoa there. Hey there, big feller. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Carter here, and welcome back to Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Hey, you already know it's the hype moment of Welcome back to Weird Wacky Wednesdays, my guys and girls. How y'all doing today? Fantastic. Finally, jeez. Dang, y'all doing good today. Let's go. Y'all always have to for another Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Y'all already know. So we're back on this joint. I don't want to waste too much time because I gotta go somewhere a little bit. Well, I got some errands to do, but I'm not trying to rush. I'm not rushing it or anything, but I'm just saying, like, it's time for chill. Another Weird Wacky Wednesdays, as always. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like the most known thing of my channel. I'm pretty sure, unless y'all not subscribed. Y'all not subscribed and watching this? Are you serious? Who does this? I made a playlist on my Weird Wacky Wednesdays. You should go over it, okay? Go to 1 through 12 or 1 through 13. Yeah. One of them is deleted because of the copyright bull crap, but yeah, nobody cares. Yes, and also I forgot to tell y'all this last Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Follow my Twitter. It's in the description. So I'm gonna tell y'all to send me like scary videos for like the next Weird Wacky Wednesdays, and or if you don't have that, you can send me a link to the to a video in the comments down below, and I will watch that for next week because it gets kind of sucks that I have to find these videos for you guys, and make sure they're not copyright. Okay. So yeah. We're gonna get back to that. Make sure y'all send y'all videos in the description or my Twitter, my guys. But let's just start this. We're doing too much. It's already 2 minutes into the video. Well, it might be a little bit more about the intro. Y'all liked it? What? Actually, I did use my green screen, but I used my webcam to do it because I didn't have like a stand for my phone. So I know it looked kind of weird on the. So I tried. It was good though. No. All right then. But let's just get into this first one. Let's do this. Okay, the first one is by Horror Shorts Party. Hey, new person? No. It's a horror animation, like, type of story thing. It's called True Chuck E. Cheese Horror Story. Ooh, that's what makes it scary, my guy. Freaking, already know. You gotta make it true. Where is it? Nobody knows. This is in 4K, but let's get into this.
I've been holding on to this for a couple of years now, and feel like I need to get it off my chest. I had a few years to digest this, and now I'm ready to share my story with the world. I wish to remain anonymous, so for the sake of this story, my name will be Danny. The details of this story remain vivid, but somewhat foggy, as I try to reminisce on the distant memories that occurred a couple of years ago. It all started when me and my parents resided together in an old townhouse, which was located in a neighborhood notorious for having a high crime rate. I never liked living there, and neither did my parents, but it was the only thing that we could afford at the time. My parents were a little rough around the edges, considering they had both been through a lot in their younger years. My dad has had a few run-ins with the law, while my mom lost both her parents at a very young age, so seeing them edgy at times didn't faze me at all. Well, I'm doing my best, alright?
Can you do something else? What you're doing isn't working.
I'd like to see you do better.
Well, do better, damn it!
Shut the hell up already. I'm tired of hearing you nag all day.
You shut up, you bum!
Almost every night, I could hear the constant back and forth bickering that occurred for hours on end between my parents. They would always fight over what I assumed to be financial-related issues, which had only gotten worse over the years. My parents both didn't really make much money on their respective jobs, so hearing them argue was almost a daily occurrence. I was always scared that things would turn violent, especially with the way these two went at it. I remember one night, I was in my bed trying to induce myself to sleep by watching a couple of YouTube videos on my cell phone.
Bruh, imagine...
I could hear the usual shouting match coming from the kitchen downstairs. It honestly sounded like they were at the point where they were going to be in a physical altercation. I pressed my ear against my bedroom door and could hear the distant bickering become more hostile between my parents. I could make out my mom saying,
"If you don't get a real job, I'm taking Danny and we're moving out."
What in the hell are you talking about? He doesn't even like you.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the hell up!
I remember hearing sounds of my mom opening up the kitchen drawers,
she about to
which
get a
led
knife.
me to assume she was searching for something sharp and potentially do the unthinkable. That's when I decided to head downstairs and mediate the feud to hopefully put it to rest. As I approached the kitchen, I could see my mom holding a huge knife in an overhand grip.
Of course,
the kind of grip that someone uses in preparation of stabbing someone. I could also see my dad holding one of the dining room chairs, in which I assumed was his defense mechanism.
What are you doing here, Danny? Didn't I tell you never to leave your room unless you have to use the washroom?
I'm sorry, Mom, but I heard you and...
Go to your room, you little turd!
Don't call him that!
Don't tell me what to do, you mother.
Mom, please don't kill Dad!
I said go to your room, Danny!
Leave Danny alone and put the knife away, Helen!
I'm on the dad's side. I'm on the dad's side.
That's when my mom began piercing the family portrait of us. Except she was only piercing the portion with my dad's face. Mom, stop! Please, stop it! It's been a couple weeks after the whole saga had occurred.
Freaking mom's going crazy.
My parents ended up getting a divorce, which unfortunately left me to reside with my mother. The court unfortunately ruled that my mom would be in favor of getting custody of me due to my dad's criminal history with the law. I honestly contemplated on running away due to how much I dreaded living with her, especially with how toxic and controlling her behavior was. I would spend most of my time locked in my bedroom, sulking on why I couldn't live a normal life like the rest of the younger individuals in my neighborhood. Why in the hell do I have to live with her? Why couldn't I just live with Dad? He was always the better parent. I can't stand her. I wish she were dead. What made this
Whoa,
even
red eyes
worse
there,
was
buddy.
the fact that I had a curfew during my school days. I didn't even have time to join any after-school clubs or sports teams due to the simple fact that I was too worried about not making it home on time. I remember my mom locked me out of the house for several hours due to the fact that I was 5 minutes past my curfew. The one thing I found even more aggravating was how my mom permanently banned me from going to the local Chuck E. Cheese restaurant located down the street from my residence. For those that aren't familiar with Chuck E. Cheese, it's a restaurant that has arcade games and playrooms for younger crowds such as myself. I enjoyed going there, as it would bring back fond memories of when me and my dad used to go. I usually went to Chuck E. Cheese every time it was my birthday, just as a tradition my dad established when we all used to live together. But all of that is gone now. My mom took my entire childhood away from me, which I find equivalent to ripping my heart out of my chest. She selfishly didn't want me going because she didn't want me to be reminded of my dad's existence. The rules and restrictions I had to abide by really made it difficult to make any friends, which put me in a dark state of mind for the latter part of my life. There was one night where I decided to approach my mom and convince her to bring me to Chuck E. Cheese for my upcoming birthday. I honestly cared more about Chuck E. Cheese than my actual birthday itself, which is why I ended up using it as an excuse to go there. Hey, Mom, can we please go to Chuck E. Cheese for my...
No, Danny, I already told you this.
But it's for my birthday.
No.
I anticipated the rebuttal my mom was going to throw at me, but that didn't stop me from being persistent with my request. After a few tears and relentless pleading, my mom eventually caved in and agreed to take me there on my birthday. The exhilaration of going to Chuck E. Cheese after all these months was honestly something I would compare to an inmate getting released from jail. I felt so excited, to the point where I didn't even care about anything else. Just me and the place that I once grew to love. My birthday eventually arrived, and it was time for me to finally visit Chuck E. Cheese once again. It was about the evening time, so the venue was usually packed to full capacity. I couldn't help but marvel at what was in front of me, as I genuinely felt I was a kid in a candy shop. Pinch me. I must be dreaming.
What the frick?
I immediately started playing the arcade games while my mom wandered off to grab some food. I remember being so hungry, but at the same time so infatuated with every arcade game that was in front of me. I couldn't help but indulge in countless games, as I knew this could be my very last time at Chuck E. Cheese. That's when I felt a strange tap on my shoulder. I turned towards the direction of where I felt the tap, only to see a large Chuck E. Cheese rat mascot hovering over me. I was a little alarmed that the mascot would approach me, considering there were hundreds of guests in attendance. Hey, Chucky? The mascot didn't say anything. He just stood there staring at me with his big, elongated eyes. I noticed he had red stains on his costume, which I assumed to be pizza stains. But then I noticed the stains had transferred onto the shoulder area of my shirt from the tap he did earlier. I now knew that these were definitely not pizza stains. They had to be blood stains of some sort. Chucky? Is she gone? Yeah, she is. Here, take my hand, Danny. I missed you, Dad. I missed you too, son.
What? Why is there always a confusing ending? Every time when I watch, it's always some confusing ending. Explain. Please explain. I don't know. 5 out of 10. It wasn't really scary. It was just I mean, it's weird. It is weird, Wacky Wednesdays. It's somewhat weird, but like, that's a true story. So she's dead. I guess she's dead. I think the father killed. How did he not get caught? Don't know. Don't know. But yes, that was the first one. On to the next one. Okay, y'all already know. Second one. So, did I just put 3 up there? Alright, guys. This one is another one. Another horror shorts party. Because that first one was kind of decent. But I really wanted to watch this one. So, yeah. I'm gonna do this one. This one's called Horrifying Deep Web Horror Story. So, usually the deep web animations are like really decent. Like, really, like, somewhat horrifying, but you know, let's just get into it. No time wasting. Let's go. Oh, there's another. Oh, that was a deep web series. So they like tease stuff from his. Okay, I see what it is.
This story happened when my girlfriend Lindsay resided in Tokyo,
Okay, they do a
Japan for
lot
a
of
teaching
freaking,
abroad occupation. She taught English to foreigners for a fairly decent pay. I personally wasn't too cultivated by the idea, as the thought of Lindsay being in a foreign country by herself really stressed me out.
I can't wait for you to fly over.
Yeah, me too, babe. Hey, can you please make sure your doors are locked?
I already locked it, silly. Stop being so paranoid.
I know I'm being paranoid. I just want you to be safe, okay?
Don't worry, I am.
Being away from Lindsay definitely took a toll on my health, as I would constantly get anxious from worrying about her safety. Knowing that I didn't have the capability of protecting her from any unlawful perpetrators always gave me extreme anxiety, which is why my doctor prescribed an inhaler for me to use every time I felt the symptoms get out of hand. I didn't do too well with long-distance relationships, but I really wanted to support Lindsay in her career endeavors.
Okay.
I'd fly over there on occasion, usually around the holidays when work wasn't so strenuous for the both of us. I remember spending the majority of my time watching the rather odd Japanese game shows while Lindsay and her roommate Saki would do after-hours work from home.
Oh.
Staying in Japan was quite the culture shock. I wasn't used to the Eastern lifestyle, but the longer I stayed there, the more accustomed I became.
First time I ever paused in the video. That's pretty nice. Speaking of Japan, I am trying. That's my goal to visit Japan. So you know, your boy might be like in the future. Maybe I've got a successful life and all that bull. I will be trying to find Japan. I'm gonna be doing vlogs there. It's gonna be fun and all that. Just letting y'all know that. It's a little thing I'm trying to do. Just letting y'all know.
Or I should say, the more comfortable I felt with Lindsay's stay there. Being halfway across the world made me adjust my sleeping schedule, as I made it my duty to video chat Lindsay every day at exactly 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. over here was equivalent to 5 p.m. over there, according to the time zone difference. I'd make it a routine to catch Lindsay after her work shift was done, even if that cost me a few hours of sleep. You guys doing anything for Halloween?
Yup, Saki and I are probably going bar hopping.
That sounds nice. I wish I could be there
Babe, we'll talk later. Saki's calling me.
Seeing that Lindsay had a roommate to acquaint herself with gave me a little peace of mind. A lot of my friends were well aware of how concerned I was about Lindsay's well-being, so much so that they would message me encouraging words to help cheer me up. But all of that changed one night, when I got a message from one of my close colleagues from school. I open the message and read, "Hey Craig, I know you're concerned about Lindsay, so I thought you might want to check this link out." It was a link to a forum titled, "Is Teaching Abroad in Japan Safe?" I hesitantly clicked the link, only to see the forum containing a large thread of positive comments saying stuff like, "Teaching there was a great experience, highly recommended," or "Once you go Japan, you'll never need another plan," stuff like that. I then came across a user that posted a comment saying, "For those who are considering being a tutor in Japan, you might want to watch this first before you fully commit," with a link right next to it. I felt extremely skeptical clicking the link, but my curiosity was too overbearing to withstand my compulsion, so I clicked it. I then saw a low-grade video of a woman with her hands bound to the ceiling while being completely wrapped in duct tape. The woman was also wearing a plain white mask over her face with the word dog written on it. I couldn't tell if this was a joke or some sort of sick snuff film until I saw a man approaching the woman holding a large machete. I could hear this poor lady screaming in agony as he began to shout, "What is your name?"
Please, sir, please just let me go. Please just let me go.
"What is your name?"
My name is Kathy. Please don't hurt me.
Wrong answer! Your name is Dog! That's when I exited my web browser and instinctively video called Lindsay.
Are you serious?
It was about 3:15, the time I usually video called her. Oh, why now? Come on, answer the video call, damn it! I assumed she was still at work, or possibly out with the roommates, so I waited patiently for a return call at her convenience. I decided to stroll around Instagram for another hour or so till it was time to call it a night. I noticed Lindsay had posted a few pictures from the Halloween night out she had a couple days ago. It looked like a huge costume festival of some sort on the streets of Japan. That's when I spotted a shocking revelation in each of the photos presented. I saw a man wearing the same god mask as in the snuff film I'd seen earlier, nonchalantly masquerading in the background of the photos. He was in every photo looking towards the direction of where the picture was being taken. Or should I say, the direction of where my girlfriend and her roommate were. That's when I get a video call from Lindsay. I unnervingly accept it and see what seemed to be Lindsay and her roommate Saki wearing white masks with the words Dog 1 and Dog 2 written on them.
No.
Hey, why the hell are you guys wearing that? I want to play a game. Guys, who the hell is that? They both stood there silent looking at the webcam, almost like my words didn't have any significant purpose to them. I then heard the man in the background saying, "Transfer $20,000 to Dog 2's PayPal account right now, or else they both die." What the hell is going on? Please, leave them alone or I'll call the cops! So be it. Dog 2, take out Dog 1, now!
Please don't make me do this.
Do it! Dog 2, take out Dog 1 now or else you're both getting taken out!
Please don't make me do that.
Do it, Dog 2! Take out Dog 1 right now, or else I'm taking you both out!
No, please, please.
That's when Lindsay raises a large kitchen blade in the air and stabs Saki in the neck. I can hear her gargling her own blood while struggling to gasp for what seemed to be her last remaining breaths on Earth. Dude, please stop this. I'm begging you. I'll do anything you want. Just please don't hurt my girlfriend. That's when the voice in the background revealed himself, only to unveil the same man wearing the god mask that I'd seen in the snuff film and Instagram photos earlier. He then grabbed Lindsay by the forehead and raised a huge machete in the air, saying, "Transfer the money or else this dog gets put down too."
Watch when he still kills her.
The money right now. That's when I grabbed my phone and immediately began to transfer $20,000 to Lindsay's PayPal account. Here, look, I transferred $20,000. Now please, can you let her go? I did everything you wanted. The man then approached the camera up close and began saying, "I'm just a guy trying to survive in this cold, cold world. I just do what I have to do to put food on my family's table, you know? Just know that God has nothing to do with this." What the hell? I began to request for another video chat, but there was no answer. That's when I get 2 messages from Lindsay's account. I click the chat box and see an image of Lindsay's severed head on top of the computer desk. The other image was a moon face with the caption,
you.
"Gotcha."
Okay. Horror Shorts Party is God tier. Let's just say that right now. Horror Shorts Party is God tier. God, I'll give that an 8. I mean, if it's jump scare me, it'll be a 10, but this is an 8 because, you know, how good that was amazing. That was top notch Minecraft. On to the last one, alright. Okay. This last one is, you know, it's just gonna be a Horror Shorts Party type video. Alright. I'm gonna just hurry up and do this. This one is called True Arcade Horror Story. Alright? So that last video was like, I knew it was gonna be good. Oh my god. Alright, let's watch this last one. It's another true story.
This story is told in a female perspective.
Captions!
It happened to me
there's
when
no
I was around
captions.
15 years old. I would always love going to this arcade that was located close to my house. The arcade was always open till late, so it was usually packed to full capacity. My parents didn't mind if I went by myself, as long as I made it back before my curfew was over. Every time I was at this arcade, I would always play with the Pac-Man machine. I don't know why, it's just I had a knack for Pac-Man, and
Is
it
that
was my
Eddie?
favorite
Oh,
game to
this is
play.
the good time.
Later that night,
Let me stop.
I remember seeing these two guys play the game Dance Dance Revolution. I always enjoyed watching others play it, as it was quite mesmerizing to say the least. That's when a random guy approached me from out of the blue and asked if I'd be interested in playing air hockey with him. I personally didn't see any harm in it, so I said, sure. He introduces himself as Ben, and I introduce myself as well. We end up playing a few rounds and even chatted for a bit. Ben was even generous enough to buy me a drink. I eventually noticed it was getting pretty late and realized it was probably close to my curfew. I checked my pockets and noticed my phone was missing. I didn't know if I forgot it at home or something, so I tell Ben that it was time for me to go. He then tells me that he needs to use the restroom and politely asks if I could keep an eye on his cell phone, which was charging on the wall along with his belongings. I said sure, and he proceeds to head to the restroom. I decided to call my cell phone using Ben's phone, just in case I accidentally dropped it somewhere in the arcade. I noticed he didn't have a pass lock on it, so it was pretty easy to use. I dial my number and surprisingly hear a cell phone ringing inside Ben's backpack. It sounded exactly like my ringtone. My phone must have been in his bag. I decide to open the bag, only to find my phone inside it. I grab my phone and quickly place the backpack back on the table, just in case Ben came back.
Why can't people be nice?
I felt really uncomfortable knowing he had attempted to steal my phone, considering the fact that he came off as this really nice guy. I noticed he was still in the restroom, so I randomly scanned through Ben's phone. He didn't have any social media apps, which led me to believe he wasn't much of a social guy. I nosily decided to look through Ben's photos while occasionally looking up to see if he had come back from the restroom. What I saw in the photos made me want to throw up. It was photos of myself ranging from inside and outside the arcade. The photos ranged from a couple months ago till now. As I was swiping more and more and more, I realized that this guy had been secretly stalking and taking photos of me. One photo that really sent chills down my spine was a candid style photo of myself playing the Pac-Man machine with Ben standing right behind me.
So there's more than one.
Take the photo of us. I quickly delete all the photos of his phone. That's when someone named Greg texted Ben's phone saying, "Yo Ben, is she still with you? I'm outside with the van."
Oh heck nah!
That's when I look up and see Ben staring at me with a creepy ass smile. It was a smile that looked so exaggerated I couldn't tell if he was faking it or being for real. I told him that I was just checking the time because I'd forgotten my cell phone at home. He then says, "Wanna come over to my place?"
No!
I honestly couldn't have the scene, but I took the high road and said, "Sure, but I need to use the restroom first." He then says, "Sure, let me walk you there."
It better be a
Then walks me to the
It better be a
restroom, and I
debate.
immediately took the opportunity to call my dad to come pick me up. I can see Ben glimpsing through the door every time someone exited the restroom like a creep.
That restroom.
That's when I decided to tell two older girls I saw about my situation.
Thank you.
They kindly escort me outside, only to find Ben no longer there. I then get a call from my dad telling me to come outside and that he has arrived. I quickly
them
rush
walk
into
with
his
you.
car and
Okay,
act like
thank you.
nothing ever happened. To this day, I'm still traumatized from the encounter I had with Ben that night. I lay on my bed from time to time, pondering what sick plan he was orchestrating that night. All I know is that I don't plan on going back to that arcade anytime soon.
I'm staring in that back. What is up with that face? This man started crying. This man started crying. Oh my god. Well, yes! That is all for today's Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Oh my god. Why? Okay, so let me stop stalling. The thing's about to end in like 50 seconds. Yes, if you guys enjoy this Weird Wacky Wednesdays, you already know, like, subscribe. We're about to be on 170. Can we get to 200? We just need like 31 more. Yeah, but you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Alright, I'm done. I can finally leave. I gotta find a place. Is there an exit out here? I don't know. I hope he doesn't find me. Freak. Alright guys, I'm about to leave and I'll make sure this guy doesn't find me.